Welcome to another episode of the Cheap Seats. Beds, how you doing, pal?
Pretty dominant. How's Randy?
Doing good, man. We're been kicking ass in pickleball lately, starting at the gym. Things are good, man. Hair's looking
Yeah.
good.
It's funny, you're blurry on my side, so I'm like trying to lock in while you're talking, and it's like, when is Randy's face gonna get
There we
back
go.
into? Come on, get back there. Pickleball has been fun, man. I'm like semi-addicted to it right now.
It's awesome. You're going this weekend too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to get out there Sunday for Kyle. Kyle's getting married in a few weeks, so it looks like Carl, me, Chris, Kyle, a couple hours at the Pickler, so it should be pretty fun.
It's like the old
Um,
guy's bachelor party for the young guy because you guys can't go to the real bachelor party.
Dude, we did not get invited to the real bachelor party.
Carl told me. So you guys can handle it anyways. So it's fair. It's good that you guys are doing something more your speed.
Listen, man, it's like special occasion to get me to go next year now.
It's been a long time since I've seen that gear. So I
But
don't
has
even know
it?
if I'm anymore. Trying to think, maybe on a beach in Aruba, maybe last time.
You know what you did miss, and I was actually bumming that you weren't there, but it was kind of like this, like me, Franz, Tangs, and his father-in-law, and Daly was there with some of his boys at a different golf trip. 90, well, actually, let's bring out the 86 Bird reference. Like old school Bedard, Get After It came out that day. You missed it.
I bet you it was glorious. I heard a little bit about it, but so it's still in there someplace.
Brian Daly was taught a lesson on who is better at chugging stuff. He
Wow,
needed he needed that lesson that day. He got one.
he gets a lot of lessons lately.
Yep,
Which
yes he
is nice.
is.
Yeah, but we'll get to that another time.
Yep.
You want to talk some sports today?
Yeah, where do we start?
You know, there's a lot to talk about. Honestly, I'm thinking some NBA stuff. Sox are on a little bit of a run lately. We get the All-Star game coming up. That stuff's starting soon. So I figure we should hit all those things, but I do want to start with the NBA because I love the NBA. And there's been a lot of moves, a lot of signings, trades, a lot of stuff that might happen. Figure we run through it. I'm just gonna run through some contract stuff, and I want to get your thoughts.
Okay, let's do it.
And then feel free to interject anything that you would like NBA related. But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander signed a 4-year, $285 million Supermax extension with the Thunder, $71 million per year. It's freaking insane.
I think Larry Bird's last year he was paid $7.1 million. It's insane to me to think that I think Bird's career earnings were a little bit over 20,000, 20 million, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude, like freaking 2 months.
I don't want to make it about the old guy, Larry Bird, but the thing that I've been thinking about when it comes to OKC, so Shea got that money, Chet just got paid. Did you see that?
5-year, 250. It's a lot of money too. I don't even think he's good, but I'm just surprised he got that kind of money.
So a lot of these teams, so the Williams guy needs to get paid too. So
Jalen
you,
Williams.
you yeah, you stack that with Chet and now Shea. OKC is going to have to dismantle like the Celtics are doing right now because 2 years from now, that second apron is going to absolutely kill them. And it's such a bummer, Randy, because you have the Celtics, OKC, a couple other select teams. Houston's doing a good job of rebuilding right now.
Yep.
And the second they have to pay guys, they have to tear it down. And I guess by design, the NBA owners wanted that. They wanted some parity, but it's, in the case of us, man, it's like we're watching Chris Stapps walk out the door. Drew Holiday, I guess it is what it is. He was getting older, but, that cap hold was killing us.
Hey, it took us 4 minutes to get back to the Celtics, so that's pretty good. Not bad.
Well, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to jump into the Celtics, but yeah, that's a big deal for Shea.
Yeah, no. I wonder if the owners realized that it would happen quite like this. I mean, I guess maybe they did. Maybe they wanted the parity. They still make all the money that they make. This forces them. It's like a check on the owners to not spend as much money. So
Yeah.
maybe this is working out exactly the way they wanted to, but it just seems like not that OKC's there, but it is looming. But the Celtics are definitely there. Like I wonder if that's what they wanted because it seems like teams like the Celtics had last year should have been around for another season or two. I think the Drew, Derek White, Jalen, Tatum, and Kristaps lineup played like 50 games together. in the past
Yeah.
couple seasons with just like injuries and rest and all that. Dude, it's a great starting five, man. Would have loved to see them get some more time together.
Same here, and it looked glorious. I mean, there were times when those guys were on the floor, and it looked so easy. And now it's over, Randy.
Yeah. So the part I actually like about the NBA is all the movement, though. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Probably more than any other sport. Like it's the soap opera of it all. The where a guy's going to go, who's going to ask for a trade, who's going to partner up with this person. So it is interesting to see. One thing that happened that I think was surprising for a lot of people was Miles Turner ending up with the Bucks. Got a 4-year, $107 million deal. I think a lot of people thought that he'd stay with the Pacers, but maybe with Halliburton getting hurt, the Pacers were okay letting him go, not spending the money. But that's a big get for the Bucks, especially when they're trying to keep freaking Giannis there.
They made that happen by stretching Lillard's contract. So stretch provision is pretty interesting. You take the balance of it, and I think you spread it out over 3 years, and it lessened the cap hold, which opened up some money for the Bucks to make that move. So the Bucks clearly. So number one is Miles Turner worth it? That's debatable. Number two, you kind of put yourself in cap hell for 3 more years. I mean, that's quite a bit of dead money, Randy.
I guess it's never really been like it.
Yeah, it's just such a desperate move by a team hoping to not lose their superstar.
Which I get.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I get it though. If they don't want to lose their superstar, I mean, you got to try everything that you possibly can to make something happen. Otherwise, you just lose Giannis and get nothing for him.
Doesn't it sort of feel like right before LBJ left to Miami, how the Cavs were just kind of stacking these questionable moves just to try to make him happy? The NBA is so hard like that, where a Miles Turner, you should be celebrating it from a basketball standpoint, but really should you be? Because that's a lot of money for a guy that maybe, you look at a guy like Cornette that built himself up to $40 million. You want to catch a Cornette during the 4 years of buildup, in this case. You don't want to overpay a Miles Turner, but you have to.
Yeah, no, they're trying to make it happen. DeAndre Ayton signed with the Lakers, 2 years, $16 million. He was in the same draft as Luka. He was drafted ahead of Luka. I don't know. I mean, no one seems to love that guy in the way he plays, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens over there.
There's so many replays the last few days of just Ayton watching action when he should have been in there as a big man, causing some havoc, altering shots, rebounding. He's a watch guy. Not a good move for the Lakers, I don't think.
The thing is, I don't think there was any other centers out there. No. So they need a center. Like, who's going to be their center? So that's who they got. I mean, I guess it's probably better than what maybe the alternative was, but it's not like the fix that people think it probably is.
I want to ask you a question while we're on the Lakers, because LeBron, he opted into his large contract that last year. I think it's $57 million. Mm-hmm. Now there's some rumblings of LeBron actually wants to be the guy that wins a championship going out, but the move to opt in was clearly money driven, and this is a guy that has a lot of money. So it's like one of the eat the cake and have everything else too type of scenario. You know what I mean? So the question is, are we watching the end of the LeBron era with the Lakers? Do you think that, are they fully in on Luka and they're willing to move LeBron to, say, like the Knicks or something?
A lot of people think that that's the case. And it seems like that move was just the only move that LeBron really had to put himself in position to maybe be traded. $57 million is a lot of money. He wasn't going to get that someplace else. So I think for the first time in his career, he's playing on a team that's not focused around him, not making moves based on him. Luke is definitely the guy for the next decade for the Lakers, so they should be making moves. It's just a weird situation for LeBron, and I don't think that any superstar, especially someone his level, where you're top 2 or 3 guy in history, is kind of going out this way at the end. It's really strange. You can still play. They're just not building a team for LeBron. They're doing the moves that make sense for Luka and the team moving forward and style of play that they're going to play with him, not necessarily LeBron. So it'd be interesting to see what they could get for LeBron and what that looks like. Is the Knicks one of those teams that you heard or you read about?
It's the Knicks. They have a larger contract and like Cat that they can send back. Anything you do with LeBron is going to be awkward for the teams that are looking to win. You know what I mean? It's got to be a big contract to match, and then there's got to be some assets that go over. And it's like most of the league right now, OKC has some assets to do it, but do they want to do it? They just want a championship without him. You know what I mean? It's like, does Houston have anything else? Probably not. The Knicks do, but do they want Karl Anthony Towns? I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But one question that I want to ask you about that is like, we watched Brady, like the super freak as far as what he does with his body. LeBron's the same way. LBJ is 40 years old.
Yeah.
Randy Forcier. Randy Forcier. How many more years do we have of LeBron? Is he a 45-year-old guy like Brady?
I say we have 3 more seasons of LeBron.
I
This
don't,
one and 2 more. Or I think more than this year for sure. So whether it's 2 or 3, I can't imagine it's more than 3. But I could see him trying to push it.
and I could also see his. Sorry to interrupt you, but I could also see his influence sort of figuring out that last couple of years, like the Brady run where he got one in Tampa. We'll see what happens with that.
It's always LeBron's always a story, man. Always a story. A couple other re-signings worth mentioning. Jaren Jackson
Yep.
Jr., Grizzlies, max
Yep.
level re-signing, 5 years, 240. He's pretty good defender. I mean, whatever. Grizzlies are kind of irrelevant in my eyes.
Yep.
Kyrie, 3 year, 119 million with the Mavericks.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Kyrie's really good when he's good, and he seems to be less of the distraction. And when you're on a team with AD, Clay, Coop, it's going to be an interesting team. So I like the signing. He almost had to do it.
Every now and again, I'll watch replays of Kyrie. It's funny. I'm beyond like the Celtics stuff now, where it's like I want
Yeah.
to shit on Kyrie. Do you ever just watch a video of him dribbling a basketball and you think, holy shit, that's insanely amazing? That's how I feel every time I watch Kyrie. He's such a good basketball player. Dallas has something to watch this year, in my opinion.
Definitely. Yeah. I hope he gets back mid-season and we get a good second half of the season with the full crew. But Kyrie's one of a kind when it comes to ball handling. And honestly, even finishing at the hoop as a little guy, he's pretty remarkable. Julius Randle, 3 years, 100 million with the Timberwolves, kind of had to do it. Naz Reid, 5 years, 125, also with the Timberwolves, had to do it. James Harden, 2 years, $81 million. What do you think of that?
The mechanics, the Randall scenario, the mechanics of that, because they moved on from Cat because they were talking about like apron stuff.
Yeah.
But between Nas and Randall, they really didn't move money around like you would have if you're selling off parts to sort of avoid some of that luxury tax. So that was kind of confusing to me. Apparently, they like Randall over there. He actually did play pretty well and he fit in well. What was the second half of that? What player was it again? Sorry.
Naz Reid, also for them, 5 years,
Yeah.
125 mil. He's been a
Yeah.
good piece of their past couple year runs deep into the playoffs.
Yeah. The West is deep, man.
Harden was the last one I brought up, which
Oh,
I just don't know that. I don't know about that, dude.
how does he keep getting money like that? I don't understand it. It seems like he's hit this like a Dominique Wilkins area for me, where it's a guy that can still come out and score 20, but is he doing something to make you win at this point? The last playoff game he was in was terrible.
He was terrible in the playoffs.
It was awful. So
Terrible in the playoffs. Definitely like shit the bed like Harden does and has done for his whole career. Yeah, it's. But I mean, Clippers have that new arena, and it's good to have a name like Harden on the roster. You got to spend your money someplace, so I guess throw it at him.
what happened?
And,
You froze.
and see. But a few Celtics things. There is talk of Damian Lillard signing with the Celtics. I guess it's down to, oh man, who is it? It might be Golden State, maybe the Knicks, and the Celtics is like the 3 teams that he would want to go to. But have
Dude,
him
what
rehab
happened? You
with Tatum,
froze.
come back a year from now, and play as our backup guard. What do you think?
Can we pick back up?
It says we're recording, so
Yes, it still does. Yep.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. So I'm going to ask. I'll cut this out in a second. But all right, now I want to talk to you about some Celtics stuff.
Yeah.
There's some
Yep.
talk about Damian Lillard signing with the Celtics. I think he's down to the Knicks, the Warriors, and the Celtics as the teams that he'd potentially sign with. Rehab with Tatum for the next year, and then come back in 2 years as the backup guard. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it works from the finances standpoint. If the Celtics get below the second apron, they have some mid-level exemptions to use on veterans,
Yep.
which means Lillard could get like $5 million from us while continuing to collect the money from Milwaukee. So for him, it's like business as usual. For us, it's like, wow, we got this $25 million player for $5. So that's always like one of those random benefits if you could pick up a Lillard. On the basketball side of things, is a ball dominant guy somebody that we need? That's what I want to ask you.
I don't know how I feel about it. He's obviously a big name, but it's like, didn't we have, this is a weird analogy, but like the Red Sox, we had like Jose Canseco in like the end of his career, or Shaq at the end of his career for the
Yeah.
Celtics. Like, I
Yeah.
think I think he was 37 this past season. He might be 38 now. I mean, was he going to be 38, 39 in 2 years coming off an Achilles tear? Is he going to really move the needle for us? I mean, definitely would have to be a backup guard at that point. The finances part sounds good. The name sounds good. Sounds like Lillard and Tatum are boys, so that's cool. Ultimately, if we don't have to pay him, I guess whatever, unless it's like a chemistry thing that he messes up. But it's not like I'm so excited about us possibly getting Lillard.
I'm looking at it right now. So he's 34 years old.
Oh, he's 34. Okay.
Yeah, he's 34, July 15th, 1990. So he's got a birthday coming up. So 35. He's going to miss his 35-year-old season. He's going to be 36.
Next summer.
Yeah.
He'll be 36. Okay, so he's a couple of years younger than what I thought, but still, no, that gives me a little bit more hope. He wasn't that great in Milwaukee, and I don't know why.
I read or I listened to something saying that from the end of the tenure with the Blazers to the move to Milwaukee, they told him not to do anything because they didn't want him to hurt himself. And he went into Milwaukee year one, basically playing himself into shape. And since then, he's been chasing. So I don't know. That's usually like 36-year-old guards that need their legs. It's probably not a good thing, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, could be good. Any other Salt stuff you want to talk about? There's actually the potential of us losing Horford. Sounds like it's going to happen. Sounds like he's going to go to Golden State.
It seems to me like Kuminga has something going on. They're trying to figure out what to do with him in that salary slot. The rumor is that Horford is basically agreed to a contract with them, but it's the mechanics of it. They're still trying to figure out Kuminga. So, hey, good run for Big Al. I wish Big Al doesn't land. I don't think it's a good fit for him, but I don't think it's a championship fit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I bet that is a little bit of Cali weather. They paid him a decent amount, but I don't think that's a championship basketball team. I would have went somewhere else.
I don't think so. They're past their prime. I mean, Steph's still incredible, but they're probably another move away from having a team that's going to win a championship. I guess you never know. But it doesn't seem like Steph can do what Steph had done for as long, like a full playoff run. He might have games where he shoots the lights out of the place, but I just don't know that he has a whole season or a whole playoffs worth of those games, which is what they needed in the past for them to win a championship. So I guess we'll see.
I want to ask you, what do you think the career earnings are for Big Al? It's a large number, and that's why I'm wondering why he would choose the Warriors when there are other teams. I would go to OKC. I would go to Houston. You know what I mean? I'd hang out with the top three in the East.
$300 million.
Yeah, you're really close. $285 million. So I'm going to be curious to know why the draw to the Warriors, but we'll see what happens.
It's not official yet, but yeah, it sounds like it's going to happen. Is Horford a guy that you retire his jersey for the Celtics?
I really wish he ended his career with us, but I guess that doesn't matter. KG. Think Ray Allen. The short
stints. Did we retire
stints.
Ray Allen's number?
I thought we did, didn't we? Or did we not?
I don't think we did.
Well, let me Google this.
Yeah, but I am a no for Horford retiring his jersey. He was an integral part, great leader, great Celtic, love the guy, but I just don't know that he's a retire your jersey kind of guy. He had a whole career with the Hawks, and he left the Celtics midway through his run, not by his choice, and then he's not going to end his career as a Celtic. I just don't know if you can retire his jersey for, six good seasons? Maybe. I mean, KG's different. KG's an all-timer. Horford's just a very good player that won a championship.
Let's talk about KG and then move on. Okay. I need to mention, anytime that I see anything KG, I just sit there for a minute and just drink it in. I love everything about him. I love his passion. I love the fact that he swears every other word. And he was just such an amazing culture guy. You know what I mean? It's like, there's always been the stigma of minorities playing basketball in Boston, and he just blew through all of that. He made it cool to be in Boston. He was a culture guy. Like Al, to me, is a culture guy also, but KG was just the next level culture guy. If that makes sense?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
I'll never forget how excited I was when we got KG.
I was ecstatic. That year, too, it bums me out his knee gave out year 2, because that team was better than the 08 team.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, I don't know. We'll see. Any other Celtics talk before we move Red Sox?
Yeah, let's just see how this rebuild goes. And you know what? Brad Stevens is really good at his job. He's tearing us down because he has to with this apron stuff. It sucks. It's a finance thing. It is what it is. It's not a basketball thing. We have to deal with that. If you're listening to this, you probably understand the mechanics of it. We are in worst case scenario right now. Let's see how Brad rallies.
Yeah. I'm optimistic about that and definitely have faith in what he can do. So we'll see.
Yep.
You want to talk about another hot team in Boston?
What do we got?
Sox, baby. They're on a run right now.
Are you a baseball guy again?
I don't contribute much to the text stream that we're on, but I definitely follow the Sox on a daily basis. I was watching the game last night. Their freaking bats are alive, man. I don't know. It seems like we're in a good run since they traded Devers. And we could talk about that again. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but since that trade, they've been pretty good.
What do you think kicked this off? Is it Story? His bat's insanely hot. Roman Anthony's hitting the ball. Rafa Sedane is killing the ball. It's nuts.
All of those guys. Gonzalez. Story's on a tear lately, but it's all their bats. It's the young guys getting a chance. They're hitting the hell out of the ball. They're putting up 10 runs a game, it seems like, all time in 2 innings time. It makes pitching a lot easier. I mean, Durant's been playing pretty well.
Bale's been starting to pitch his ass off, which is huge.
So his complete game the other night in a 10-2 win against the Rockies. Pretty sweet.
That's Pedro's spring project every year. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but he's always working with Brian. It's awesome. I want to see that kid bust out Pedro style. I mean, that's so unrealistic, but
Yeah.
you look at his stuff and it's really good. Hey, you just said Romi Gonzalez. I had some pretty sick stats. He's got a 412 average, which is first in the league, right? 461
For the amount of time he's played this season, 412.
against lefties.
Yeah.
461 OBP, 750 slug. He's killing left-handers right now.
Yeah, he's a freaking stud.
Yeah.
So I think the Sox are in a good place. Crochet got a win the other night. That was, I believe, their 10,000th win, which was pretty interesting.
Which was pretty cool. There's a long history there. That's so many games. How do you feel about our chances overall? Like, I feel like we need one more arm. Crochet, God, I love the kid. Man, oh man, I love Crochet, that we have Crochet, everything about it, but everything's sort of falling into place the last couple of series with our rotation, but is it playoff worthy? I don't know about that yet.
So I was reading something the other day, and I'm not like big time baseball trade rumors kind of guy. Said something about Boston reportedly circling the Twins starter Joe Ryan ahead of the deadline. I don't know if you heard anything about that, but that would be adding another weapon to the pitching rotation. So that could help.
I think it would cost us Duran, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I forget, I like Duran a lot.
I really do. Every time I see the kid play, or every time I see him, I think like last year, Jacoby Ellsbury with us.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby was insanely in shape that year, stole a bunch of bases, hit doubles all over the place, triples, had a bunch of bombs that year. I look at Duran and I expect that out of him. I keep expecting that to come. I don't know how I'd feel if he takes off. I don't know, man. I don't want to see him go, but it's like there's a logjam out there. Roman Anthony, if we could pivot to that kid.
Let's talk about him.
I don't know if I've been excited to watch a kid come up and have at bats as much as I do with this kid. This kid's bat, it's actually fucking awesome to watch. When he hits a baseball, that thing hums. They are loud outs, and that's a young kid. I asked this in the text string the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but he was a compensatory pick from a free agent that we lost. Did you happen to see that in our text string?
I did, but refresh me on because that was a question I think you asked. I don't know that you ever actually answered it. Who was the free agent we lost?
Yeah, it was Erod. Erod, the compensatory pick for Erod was Roman Anthony. And if you recall at that time, Erod was like one of those marginal decisions where it's like, man, you're not really have to pay him a lot of money to lose him. You know, he was like an every other year type of guy. I thought when we didn't pay him, it was a shitty move, but here we are, Roman Anthony. I'll take it.
How nice is it to have a guy in the lineup that you're excited to watch? You know, like, I think that's the thing that's been tough for me with the Red Sox over the past few years. Like, Devers wasn't that guy for me over the years since they won their last World Series. So it's like, I think in baseball, you need to have those guys in your lineup that, as a fan, that you're just excited for them to get up because you know they're going to rip the ball or do something exciting. And it's cool to have that again.
I know he started slow, but so his last 10 games, 17 hits, second in the league during that stretch, 5 doubles, that's tied for third. 386 average, 8th in the league. This is always a stat that I hear, and I'm always like kind of like, wow, that's an interesting stat, but it does give you like some sort of indication of how a guy's swinging. He's got 21 hard hit balls, which is tied for second in the league, and Rafaela is actually first.
Wow.
So after sort of what I thought was maybe like a Dustin Pedroia start for us with Roman Anthony, Roman didn't go as deep as Dustin, but man, Roman's killing it.
Very exciting. Looks like Bregman might be back as soon as tomorrow, I hear.
Yeah.
Which could be cool. It sounds like he's going to skip the All-Star game despite being selected to the team. But it'd be good to have him back.
I mean, he's a gamer. He's the guy you want in your lineup. I'm wondering, though, with him, so he has an opt-out. Are you aware of this, how this works? He has a 1-year opt-out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk the last couple of weeks of like, should you move that contract higher, obviously, and sort of get rid of the thought of maybe losing him in the offseason. I actually think you just ride that to the offseason personally. We'll see what happens with that.
Didn't he always want to play for the Red Sox? Isn't that like a little aspect of it too? I don't love that, but it is what it is. What it is. So
Yeah, dude, it's the finances of the MLB. It is what
well,
it is.
there was talk about like you said, like trading him at the deadline. I think I just it seemed like things were imploding when we got rid of Devers. There was a lot of like doom and gloom, and things have gone completely the other way since then. So I think that idea would be off the table, and now hopefully the Red Sox will be buyers at the trade deadline in a few weeks.
If we are, I want to see a bat, and I want to see at least one starting arm and maybe a couple bullpen guys.
Mm.
A positive for the Red Sox to me is that you're beating the teams that you're supposed to beat. A negative that I've noticed is you're losing the games that you probably should win against the average and above average
Yeah.
teams. That puts you in the upper tier. I think you need just a little bit more help.
Uh-huh. What else we got? Any other Red Sox things you want to mention? Bregman's coming back. Yoshida looks like he's coming back as well. He was actually in Portland the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw Yoshida. I'd like to see that kid tear the cover off the ball. His first year with us was a pretty decent one, but the last year was, we're chasing right now with him. So
Not so much.
hopefully
Yeah.
he can get it back a little bit.
Do you follow the All Star game roster, all that stuff at all?
I do like it. I follow it. Am I super into it? I'm maybe not, probably not, but I will pay attention to it.
I might watch the Home Run Derby this year, which I
It's always
haven't really
fun.
paid attention to in a few years. But just as I'm kind of getting back into baseball, I'm a little bit interested in it. It's funny. There's a lot of names I don't recognize in the All Star roster, but Red Sox had three guys. Bregman made the roster. Crochet made it. Chapman made it too. So Chapman's been having a good year, obviously. So yeah, I think a lot of the guys on our team now that we're discussing our future potential All Stars, which will be cool.
I think you're actually in trouble if you didn't have Chapman at this point. He's been a sneaky addition for us. That kid's got a flamethrower still.
He really does.
He does. I mean, just okay. Let me look that up while we're doing this. I think he's pushing 40, isn't he?
I just think he's old. That looks like he's in great shape, though.
I mean, he could be like 67. We don't know it with these guys.
Yes, that's fine.
No, he's actually 37. So
Yeah, but that's pretty old. I mean, he comes in, pitches his whatever pitches. So a couple other things about the All Star game. Kershaw gets a nod as like the special legend pick by the commissioner, which is interesting. Guys that did not make it, Juan Soto and Mookie Betts did not make it, which is interesting.
Mookie's having a good year too.
And has
Soto
been on fire lately in the past month? I thought I saw some numbers from him that were pretty good.
Dude, it's all over the place with that kid right now.
Yeah.
It really is. I've been watching enough to have a comment about it. I'm not as intimate on the Mets as I should to be able to really say, but it's like a guy getting that much money, you would definitely expect more out of him.
Yeah.
But dude, the Mookie stuff was like, wow, really?
Yeah, strange.
Yeah, really strange. But hey, sometimes guys get left out. There's a lot of talent out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. What else you get baseball wise? Anything?
It's for me, it's like, you got something to look forward to with the Red Sox coming up. Celtics are tearing themselves apart. It would be really nice if the Red Sox gave me a good sports summer,
Yeah. Good summer leading up to the playoffs in the fall. Be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It really is not out of the question for them to make a run. I mean, Blue Jays are leading the AL East right now, and it's all fairly tight. And I like the way they're playing. So, do you want to move on to another New England team?
Yeah, let's do it, baby.
So, when does training camp start for the Patriots?
Ooh, aren't we a couple of weeks away?
Yeah. It's not going to be long. Like, we're already in mid-July, it seems like. And
Yeah.
it's going to start happening. The Hall of Fame game is going to happen. It's going to be more and more football news, but it looks like the 22nd is when the veterans report. First public practice is on July 23rd. That's 2 weeks away. That's not that far.
Listen, man, I used to really enjoy going to those when Brady was around. That was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun to see that stuff. So we're favored in 10 games this year? We have a very weak schedule, so we've got Vrabel coming in. We've talked about that. We've added some talent in free agency. I'm excited to see what we have.
Did you see Stephon Diggs' post on Instagram? It was just like I think it was, or maybe it was on Twitter. It was just like a video and said like locked in. So I am going to be hopeful about him. I haven't been super positive about that signing, but maybe he comes out and performs. Maybe he seems like a guy you get to leave alone, and he just comes in and performs. So we'll see, but I haven't been optimistic till now.
I think you did a good job through the draft building the line. Yep. There's still a left guard scenario to consider. We plucked a guy at right tackle from the Jets. Owuenu's coming back. We got the kid from Minnesota playing center. We drafted a kid from Georgia that's probably going to press him for that job. I think your line is set. I think you like what you have in Josh McDaniels running an offense now for Drake May. You're not going to lose your offensive coordinator, this revolving door with that the last couple of years. I think we're good. Josh should be around for a little bit. The question mark that I have, okay, we have 8 guys. Okay, I'm going to name them.
Okay.
That are trying out for the position of wide receiver for the Patriots. I don't know how this is going to end up. You got Pop, Kayshon Boutte, who's probably the only guy that gave you anything the last 2 years, other than Pop. Kendrick Bourne, okay, he's year 2 after an injury, had a really good year first year with Josh McDaniels and Mac Jones. Jalen Polk apparently had a shoulder thing last year. We all know how that is right now. He's the only wide receiver that didn't perform out of the top 8 in last year's draft, which sucks. Of course, it's our receiver. Baker, who was picked a couple of rounds after, Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins, which is a guy that Josh likes. He had him in Las Vegas. He just came over from Buffalo. They look at this guy as a guy that basically you're going to have him in there when you're going to go big package. You're going to run the ball. You want a guy blocking from the wide receiver position. Okay. Afton Chisholm, the undrafted free agent that went to school where Cooper Kupp did. So you have 8 guys.
Yeah.
Dude, who the hell is your top 5? Again, Pop, Boutte, Bourne, Polk, Baker, Diggs, Hollins, Afton Chisholm. So Hollins got paid to be there, right? So you have to say him. Pop, number 2. Oh, shit. I even left out our draft pick.
Uh-huh.
Dude. Those are 3 guys right away that you would expect.
Did you even say Diggs on that list?
I mean, is he going to start the year? Yeah, does he start on the Pop? I don't know.
Yeah. I actually don't know the answer to that. I assumed he was going to start the year, but I guess I hadn't heard one way or the other. But you probably need some guys that are also going to play special teams.
Boom. You nailed it. And these guys aren't guys that play special teams. Somebody's getting cut. Somebody's getting traded. It's... I like Boutte, just to be honest with you. I want him to make this team, but I go through the list and I'm just like, Polk, you're probably going to give another chance. Baker, you're probably not.
Do you give him another chance? Because,
the
guy like him, I guess he deserves probably a second chance, but he did not perform. Patriots were really bad last year, though. So what are you going to do? We didn't have a lot of blocking. Was it him or just a product of everything that happened, the circumstances last year?
It's all of that, all of the above. But so you have questions at wide receiver. You have some stuff to look forward to with our draft pick. I think our running back group got better with our draft pick. I mean, the guy seems like a goddamn animal. It's going to be fun to watch the Pats.
Hey, I'm fired up. I'm kind of getting there a little bit. I'm hopeful this year more than last year. Honestly, I haven't been the same since Brady left. So I'm going to... Like I'm back in with the Red Sox, I'm getting back in with the Pats. I'm excited about Drake. I think I went to go see Pats like 2 or 3 times last year, and it seemed like Drake got a concussion like freaking every game. But I'm hoping he has a great, healthy season. And if he does, the fact, like you said, we're favored in 10 games, that could be fringe playoff scenario.
You just mentioned like a feel factor. I think I'm turning a little bit of a corner now because I do like that Mike's in the building, Vrabel. I think that's just a culture guy, just a different guy altogether compared to Mayo. Mayo, it sucks because Mayo just wasn't ready, but Mike's been there. He's got guys. Like when I say he's got guys, he's got assistant coaches. He's got guys in the front office. Like we got a program that's being built the correct way with the guy leading your team. I keep going back to Josh McDaniels. I'm excited to see what Josh does with Drake.
Yeah, it's awesome. Brady statue being unveiled on Friday, August 8th. before their home opener against the Commanders. 12-foot bronze statue will be out there in the plaza in front of Patriots Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome. Fucking awesome.
Be nice.
Brady's everything you want around your team. You know what sucks for me, dude, is that why didn't the Crafts just say, hey, Tom, here's 5%. Come sit up with us in the box, throw a couple ideas around during the draft time. You know what I mean? How is he in fucking Vegas?
Good question. Good question. I've had that same thought. I don't know why the Crafts wouldn't do that unless maybe they did and he just wants to be in Vegas. And I could see Brady wanting to be in Vegas, Miami, LA, and that's like the extent of where he would want to be. Maybe Arizona, but like warm weather, more higher profile type locations, with more going on with everything else that he has going on. Maybe Las Vegas made the most sense for him. And being in New England is not anything where he wanted to be.
We are starting to experience too. A couple years ago, I sort of started to go through this like rambling about Brady being attached to this girl and this girl and this girl, like Bachelor Brady. That's something that I want to know what's going on. When you've seen like Sydney Sweeney rumors recently, which basically is my number one hall pass of all time at the moment. I'm kind of like Brady off the field is kind of interesting these days with some of the rumors lately. But
I saw some pictures of him on some boats with all these like A-list celebrities. I mean, Brady is living a one-of-a-kind life. He has up until now, and he will continue to. That guy is the freaking man.
Fucking loves his parents, loves his kids, and he's surrounded by bikinis all day.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better. He's had a top 5 life, in my opinion.
Oh, easily. He actually should fuck it up and he should go for politics now. Let's just mess everything up.
He'd probably be president, man.
You probably would be.
He's the man. Any other sports stuff you want to chat about, dude, for the cheap seats?
Yes. The cheap seats needs to know what Randy Forcier just experienced with his kids the last couple of months. You and I always are in passing, but I've been paying attention on social media. Randy Forcier, what's it like to be a coach of your kids in what they just experienced?
Yeah, it was great, man. So I coached my 12-year-old daughter, Aubrey, in her last year of all-star softball. And I mean, dude, I've been coaching her for 6 or 7 years now. And this is the last run for Little League, man. So that was fun. My middle daughter, Ellie, was in an all-star team on her own that I didn't coach. So I just kind of was able to watch from a distance. But honestly, softball season for me starts in March and basically just ended last week. And as I say that, we just signed up for summer softball this afternoon and we have a game tonight. But it just seems like it takes over my life, and it very much was that way, especially over the past few weeks since All-Stars happened. But it was fun, dude. I get to hang out with my daughter every single day. We get to talk softball, get to watch her play. Like, she's a competitive kid, and she does really well. So we ultimately lost last week in the district championship to a really good Massabesic team. But it was hard to be too upset because they were definitely the better team. But I was proud of how we competed, man. It was tried to enjoy every single minute of it. Goes fast, as you know.
Yeah, it goes really fast, and I'm proud for you guys that you get this. I'm excited for you that you get to coach it, and I don't see you sort of mismanaging that, by the way. Like some parents, that coach their kids, I just don't like the mechanics of that. I view what you're doing, and I'm pretty proud for you, by the way, and excited for you that you get to have those moments with your girls, because ultimately what you're doing, regardless of the wins and losses and stuff, what you're doing is you're turning, girls into women, you're giving them tools to persevere, how to win, how to learn how to win, you know what I mean? Not to give up, all of those things. And I always just love that journey for Haley, because Haley was late in it, Randy, and it took her a while through school to get her skills up to her senior year, and watching all that come together. I mean, the lessons that she learned on how to just push forward, she'll take until she takes her last breath,
Yeah. Those are the things, man. Like the hard moments. We won a really tight game against Kennebec that I posted about online, where we were losing most of the game, and the girls were bummed out. They weren't hitting the ball. We were down 3-1, I think, up until the 5th, and then we had a few sparks and had some base runners and had some hits. We ended up winning 11-4, and it was just like, girls, like, we can do this. Like, just because you're down in a moment, like, keep fighting, keep grinding, finding a way, and they did. And I hope that's a memory that they always remember, among other things, this All-Star run. But it was great.
Gender is an interesting thing where it's like, you kind of expect the males or the boys to always flip a switch. I always found it so amazing watching Haley with her teammates in those particular moments. And
Mhm.
just from a guy's perspective, it hits you over the head where it's like, yeah, girls have this fucking next level gear. It's cool to
Totally.
see them like flip a switch and just get after it. I had so many moments watching that field hockey. I mean, I could ramble on about them for days. I just love it. So, yeah.
I only have daughters, man, so it's girl sports for me, but I've loved being part of girl sports. It's very competitive, and it's a lot of fun, man. Parents are great in general in all sports. I mean, my girls are field hockey, softball players. Probably not going to be much of basketball players over the years, but even if it was just field hockey, softball, it'd be awesome. Been fun being a part of it.
Cool. Glad you
Yeah.
have that.
So I think that's it for today, my man.
I like what we just did.
Yeah.
We got some interesting stuff coming up the next couple of weeks, and we'll see what happens. I think there's a little bit more in the NBA that's going to happen. We got the Pats to look forward to. Can the Red Sox make some moves? Let's go.
Yeah, when we do this in August, there will be a lot. I mean, we'll be right into the preseason for NFL. You know, Red Sox will either be making a push or kind of receding, and then we'll have some clarity on the Celtics stuff. So a lot to talk about, a lot to look forward to the next month. So another good week, my man, or another good month, I should say.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it again.
All right, bud. Talk soon.